Hey friends, welcome back to ClipArtistry Heaven. If you are new here, I'm Lucille and this channel is all about helping you create and sell digital products using the power of AI. Now if you haven't heard yet, my $9 membership, AI Prompt Heaven, is the home of digital creators who want to save time, stay consistent, and get access to ready-to-use AI prompts and tools. I'm so excited because we've just added 6 brand new tools to the membership. The Prompt Optimizer, Prompt Auditor, the Coloring Page Wizard, the Digi Product Planner, Pattern GD Pro, and the Style Blender. Today we're diving into the Digi Product Planner tool. Planning your products early for Etsy is essential and a game changer because it helps you stay consistent, hit your launch goals, and keeps your shop flowing with fresh new products all the time. So stick with me as I go through exactly what my process is with the planner inside of our membership dashboard. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future tutorials, tips, and freebies that I publish on this channel. So without any further delay, let's go straight into my screen. Okay. So when you log into your account, this is what the dashboard looks like. This is a recent addition to the vault. It's about a week and a half old, and I just thought about ways that I can help my community plan better, evaluate their prompts, help them with coloring page wizards, planning their products, patterns, like just to come up with ideas with patterns, etc. Now, about a week and a half ago, I did publish the big reveal video on YouTube, so if you haven't yet, check that video out because I go through all of these tools all at once in that video. So, as I've mentioned, we are looking at the Digi Product Planner today, so let me show you what I do when I run out of ideas or inspiration to create products that's based on seasonality. Okay, so when you log in, you will first get the welcome. So I just take you through a couple of videos to how you can get to wherever you need to be. Below that, you'll see member tool stack. So as I've said, it is new. And once you click on it, you will see this page. If you want to take some time just to plan your calendar, you can click on Access Now. And it will take you straight through to the tool. Okay. So basically, the Digi Product Planner tool is to help you plan ahead. I always say, especially if you're new on Etsy, you need about 3 months to warm up to the algorithm and for your products really to be discovered. You must remember you are competing with a lot of other sellers, suppliers on Etsy, all trying to sell the same thing. In my case, mostly clip art. So if you are new, you don't have a following, you don't have a Facebook page, it's going to be a lot harder for you to rank on Etsy versus someone that has been in the game a lot longer. So the idea with this tool is to get you started 3 months in advance, to let you know when you need to start planning what, and to give you that edge over the next person or the newbie. Like when I started last year, there was a lot of things that I didn't know, and one of the things I failed in a lot was the fact that I listed seasonal products 2 weeks, a month before the time. And I soon discovered that it's actually a waste of time. What I should have actually done if I wasn't in time for Christmas, I should have just not listed Christmas and just gone straight to Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day so that my products could have a longer period on the platform, on Etsy, for example, as I've said, to warm up to the algorithm and so that you can have, so that it can have enough time to be discovered. That's just the nature of Etsy. So if we go back to the tool, let's say you want to start today. You'll click on today and it will take you to today's date. If you want to start by next week Monday, so be it, right? Just whatever your planning and your schedule is all like. I do just want to mention, I primarily focus on the US. I do not really focus on other countries, although the UK is the second market that I serve in my community on Facebook, in my paid community, as well as on YouTube. So, and also my Etsy stats shows I see UK coming in second. I'm in South Africa, and it's ranking fairly lower on that list, right? So just keep in mind, I've only really focused on the US with a few differentiating holidays such as Mother's Day, back to school, not a full-on versus the two, but just ones that my community have mentioned to me. Perhaps you need to maybe look at that. If you feel that there are more mainstream holidays in the UK that I should focus on, please just pop me an email or let me know. So it's for the UK and the US, and then obviously there's a strong focus on global holidays like Christmas and Passover, etc. These things are celebrated like across board, right? You'll also see that I've sort of segmented 2025 or 2025 from 2026. One of the requests that came through, because the list was just so long and perhaps confusing, so we've just split it, and you can see what's left for the rest of the year is the Hispanic Heritage Month, which is now September, fall, Indigenous Peoples Day, which is in October, Diwali in October, Halloween October, Day of the Dead November, Native American Heritage also November, etc. We've got Christmas, which is the biggest year, in the December period, Halloween obviously massive on Etsy. So that's just sort of the thinking of the holidays. I am not able to put on all the holidays on the system, but please reach out to me if you feel it's a mainstream holiday and we need to focus on it. So let's say we want to focus on just 2025. Let's go Halloween, let's go Thanksgiving, and let's say I want to plan for Christmas because I don't really do Hanukkah, say for example, and I don't do Kwanzaa. I just want to focus on these. Once you've made your selection, you just click on Generate 2025, and it will tell you from the first holiday on your list that 53 days until Halloween. It will tell you that your planning is overdue by 67 days, so you should have started planning. You should have started creating 37 days ago. You should have listed 37 days ago, and you should start launching in 23 days. So this is what you need to try and avoid, and this was one of my biggest mistakes. Now, because I made these mistakes, I want to try and help you to avoid these mistakes, right? So, and again, the math is 3 months. So all of this, the math here, is by 3 months you are listed, which is why we're getting these calculations. Overdue 67, starts in 23, etc. Same with Thanksgiving, you are 40 days overdue. You should have started planning. You should have started creating your products, listing 10 days ago, and then launching in about 50. And launching basically is just me saying, start pushing the links on social media. Start taking it to Pinterest, to Instagram, to Facebook, wherever your people sits and congregates, right? And then lastly on the list that we've selected, Christmas, which is you need to have started 12 days ago. You need to start creating in 18 days. So you're still sort of okay here, apart from being overdue. You need to start listing. And if you look at my Facebook group, there's just a whole lot of Christmas stuff coming through. So we are listing, like my team and I on Etsy, we are listing Christmas. Although we're sitting in September, that is the nature of the game, right? This is the fun part. So you get expert product recommendations. In other words, based on what you've selected, what are we needing to focus on? And in this case, for Halloween, we're looking at coloring pages, sticker sheets, printable decorations. Thanksgiving, we're looking at gratitude journals, party printables, activity sheets. And then for Christmas, again, coloring pages, printables, and clip art bundles. So it just kind of gives you, it's all based on Etsy thinking, it's all based on digital products, what's selling on Etsy, and that's what I fed the code with, and then it's sort of just leaning into that, right? And then lastly, we've got the trending niche sub-themes. In other words, okay, for Halloween, look at, it's more specific now, pastel witch clip art, kawaii spooky cats, right? Boho Halloween moons. So now you can imagine if you've got no idea where to start, or you're not inspired, you don't know, like, what should I do? This is an amazing tool, I think, that at least can get your creative juices flowing, right? So it takes you from a place of, I don't know where to go, to, okay, let me see what this like boho Halloween moons can do for me. So just to recap, you enter your starting date. When do you want to start? Today, next week, whatever, 2 weeks from now. Then you need to select your holidays. Let the system know which holidays you want to focus on. I've selected the ones for me. You can select the ones that maybe appeals to you or resonates with you. Once you've done that, you click on generate your plan. The system will give you like a production timeline in terms of when you should start, when you should list, when you should launch, when you should whatever. And that's nice. It just keeps you on track. And then it gives you some product recommendations and then some sub niches. At this point, I would say take a screenshot of your list. Go to ChatGPT, right? Paste. And then also the sub niche. And then I would go to ChatGPT, paste both of these in, and then just say, hey, I need some product ideas. Depending on what it is you are into, I'll just go with my product sync, 20 Oz, tumbler, wrap designs, t-shirt designs, seamless patterns, and clip art bundles. So that's mine. Yours could be 16 Oz Libby cups. Yours could also be mugs, 11 Oz, 15 Oz mugs. You could be doing some other print on demand things. I don't know, but I would let the GPT help you with this, and then just say, based on these images attached, please create a list of digital products I can create with AI, right? Based on the demand data and trending sub-themes in your screenshot, here are highly marketable digital product ideas you can create with AI for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Each is tailored to formats like 20-hour tumbler wraps, t-shirt designs, seamless patterns, and clip art bundles. So it's not like just guessing all sorts of things. It's on point. It's what you are selling, and it just removes all the fluff, right? Halloween, tumbler wrap designs, pastel witch aesthetic, kawaii spooky cats, boho Halloween moons, vintage horror quotes. T-shirt designs, witchy vibes, vintage Halloween quotes. So it's now just spitting out things that aligns with your holidays as well as your products. So everything is speaking to what it is your store is providing, right? Seamless patterns, kawaii Halloween monsters, pastel graveyard scene, clip art bundles. So this is all, that's just Halloween. I keep saying Halloween. That's just Halloween, right? All Halloween focus. Then we go to Thanksgiving, gratitude quote art, or that's such a popular niche, right? Gratitude quotes like inspiration, positivity, that stuff always sells. Autumn harvest wraps, cozy family vibes, we get to Christmas, same sort of thing. It's giving you ideas. I would then take this to like Google Docs, and let's say I want to work on clip art bundles. This sounds interesting. Diverse Santa clip art pack, inclusive Santa characters in different skin tones and styles. Let's go with that. Okay. Create 10 well-written AI prompts. That includes a white background, must be visually consistent, and in a watercolor art style, right? Do not write vague prompts. Consider commercial value on Etsy. Okay, just letting him know what it is we're doing here. We're not designing for passion or fun. We need to add value, right? And that diverse Santa clip art pack is not really something I would have just come up with. And that's why I love AI. You really just don't know where all of this can go and take you, right? Okay, so then I will copy the prompt and I will just take it to my software of choice, and then I'll go to AI Art Illustrator, and for this section I choose mostly watercolor inspired digital style, but you can use clip art, you can use clip art style, you can use kawaii, you can use watercolor. It really just depends on what it is that you want to go for. And if I use the same prompt for with those different illustrators, they will all look and feel different. So let's start with my favorite. I'll paste it. I'll do 4, generate. Okay. And then what I like to do is I go to ClipArt and just see what it is. Same prompt, what that version will look like. Then I go back. I choose watercolor, for example. And then I go back and I'll do a last one, which is this one. No, let's go kawaii, right? Let's see what the kawaii style will look like, and then I'll just do 4. And now we can have a good view and see what each version would look like. Each art illustrator tool would look like, right? I can tell you this one is the watercolor style because it's got that heavy brush effect. This one is more it's more clean, it's more crisp, it's more sort of almost airbrush, but not quite airbrush in its true form. Is like the Dali version of Kittel, like that glowy, shiny effect. This is not it. This, I can identify this one. This one was the ClipArt one, which I don't know, it doesn't really work for me. But this style is very popular and still most preferred on Etsy. Watercolor. You can just see the brush strokes are heavier and they're more defined. And then this one was kawaii, I think. Yeah, slightly different. Slightly different. So that's how I would use the the DigiPlanner in AI Prompt Heaven as a tool to figure out what to create, especially in those days when we don't really know what it is we want to, you don't really know. Sometimes we just don't feel like it. It's like a writer who's stuck, can't. Sometimes I do feel like I don't, like, what do I need to do? Please use the tool, utilize the tool, and I hope it saves you lots of time. So we'll just copy 3 more prompts, and then that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, you can drop it for me in the comment section. I respond to all my comments. So it's not a robot that's answering you, it's me. I love it. I love sharing with my community. And if you are interested in signing up for AI Prompt Heaven, the link will be in the description. We've also got an annual membership where you save 2 months to check it out, as well as a lifetime. You pay once and you never have to pay again. So that's what the information page is all about. It's what the vault looks like. And we started with only a few here on the side. And look where we are today. There's just like an endless list of modules and submodules, and in each submodule it's just always growing, right? So I think let's just look at the last 2 prompts, and then there we go. So look at this. So totally different from the first Santa Claus, and that's a whole theme for you. So I hope this has helped you, especially if you're struggling with designing or coming up with concepts or bundle themes, etc. That's one way we do it at AI Prompt Heaven. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.